Third point regarding identity of the Atlantic Alliance, as outlined in our project, in our concept, is stability in our direct environment, which means Euro-Atlantic zone, which obviously has consequences to our approach, the Atlantic Alliance approach, to Russia and other countries in Eastern Europe and to the southern part of our immediate environment. And the fourth point of our international identity is that Atlantic Alliance should be ready to contribute to global security, but to undertake sometimes out-of-area missions in accordance with the United Nations Charter on case-by-case basis. But what do we put more to these four, I would say, iron points of international identity of the Atlantic Alliance? We produce Article 4+. 4+, we think that Atlantic Alliance could be useful in the context of massive, serious threats to the security of member states, massive threats I'm talking about energy security and teleinformation security. And I think that at least in these two specific areas, domains, alliance could be useful. And our formula of Article 4+ says that in the context of such threats, Atlantic Alliance should come with the help and with aid to the member country which is subject to such a kind of threat in order to neutralize the consequences. There is no way, obviously, to react militarily, but at least to neutralize them. And then we come to the question of when we are talking about identity, we immediately come to the question of credibility, which are linked, credibility and identity. Credibility of our alliance is based on, obviously, on Article 5, and this Article 5 must be equipped with material guarantees which are providing, which are safeguarding. It's real Article 5 and not just a piece of paper. Then you know all points of our position, Polish position. Then loyalty, not only credibility, but loyalty. We have all member countries should be loyal vis-à-vis NATO as regards budget, readiness to contribute to take part to the out-of-area missions, then to take part to the military exercises, and etc., etc. But as part of our credibility, we think we have also, Atlantic Alliance, we have also observed some, what we call precautionary measures. That must be my last point. Precautionary measures, which that means that we have to display wisdom and restraint vis-à-vis some temptations regarding the global role we can play, out-of-area missions we can undertake, because recent experience is not very much encouraging. I'm talking about our poor performance in Afghanistan, and sometimes, probably the last point, because I know that I'm probably I know. My last point is that, and I differ here with both Secretary General and our ministers. Sometimes we can easily imagine collision, tension, contradiction between Article 5 and out-of-area. I'm talking about capabilities, because in the situation of budgetary constraints, if we Poles, we are not efficient in asking for displacing here in this country defense infrastructure, which should support Article 5 credibility, we are said very often in Brussels, we have no money because money are spent on our out-of-area missions. And again, another example of contradiction, geostrategic trap in Afghanistan. We are there, and that's why, because we are there and because we have to rely upon logistics throughout Russia, we were so timid 2 years ago in the context of war between Russia and Georgia. That was exactly because we relied too much upon logistics in the context of out-of-area mission, which is not well, I would say, conducted. That's my last point.
Thank you very much.